Good morning, all adventure riders. We're back here on the channel with another bike build. You know me, as always, I want to try and take on the channel different sort of styles of bike builds, and today we have a KTM Exc. This is Michele's bike. Michele, when he came in the workshop, he told me, try to make it look like it's not a KTM. So that was the first goal, reason for which we went for this white-black scheme. Many of you ask me all the time what would be the best bike for the TET, the Trans-European Trail. If you don't know about the Trans-European Trail, it's a website where you can download all the off-road GPS tracks all over Europe. So be sure to go check it out. There are different thoughts and opinions on which is the ideal bike, but the reality is it depends on your riding skill level, on also your body. You're tall, you're small, any issue you have. For example, Michele, he comes from a KTM 690, which is probably the ideal dual sport bike, but for him, the bike was a bit too heavy, too high. He has problems with his hip because he had surgery. So he wanted a light bike that would be comfortable and that would get him through any type of trails. For this reason, we went with the KTM Exc, and for the rebelxsports nav tower, the full nav tower fairing kit with the 2 LED lights. But on this tower, we did something a bit different because we have developed a module that lets you use the nav tower also with a tablet. This is really cool because with the same setup, you'll just need to change the upper bracket and you can go rally racing. But with nowadays tablets like the Carpe Eater that we installed here, you can download the roadbook and you have roadbook and Tripmaster all on your tablet. This means this is a super versatile bike which has already been used in the Sardinia Legend Rally where Michele rode with the digital roadbook on the Carpe Eater and also went adventure riding and used it also with the GPS. Looking at the front of the bike, like other bikes I've built here on the channel, you have the transparent windshield held in place with quick release buckles, no need of tools to remove the full fairing. We have the headlight mask in plastic. We went for the white design. The feature of this headlight mask is to separate the lights from the windshield, because on other kits you get lots of internal reflection. Here you don't get any internal reflection from the light, but furthermore, when you get the lights really dirty in mud or dust, it's very easy to clean and just go off and ride again. These lights are 15 watt each LED lights. They make a good amount of light, but if you wanted, you could place a Baja Design S2 Pro light on top. In that way, you would be able to have maximum visibility at night, even though having it here behind the windshield, you would do a cutout, or if you don't, you just get some internal reflection of the light. Moving on the other side of the windshield, you can see the Modular Tower by rebelxsports. This has been designed for Dakar Rally, and it's designed in more parts because they have different functions. For example, the windshield bracket, this is made in a slimmer aluminum because this is the first one that has to bend and absorb in case of impact. Then the tower body is very thick and sturdy with the spacers, CNC spacers inside, because this is the main part that doesn't have to bend if you crash hard. And we have this upper module that you can adjust. You can bring it back and forwards, but also tilt the angle. On top of which we have the charging bracket by Carpe Eater to place the Carpe Eater with the key. In this way, if you stop at a bar, you won't worry about someone stealing your tablet. We then run through the inside of the tower, we run through the main cables, and on the outside we always have our 6-way fuse box with LED error indicator. This is the best fuse box you can find on the market because it's extremely reliable. It's used at Dakar. It is used even in harsh conditions like rain, mud. And we also added here an on-off LED switch, which by pressing You can see it's turned on with this blue LED. Gives a nice touch, but also this gives us power even when the bike is turned off. The OEM dashboard stays in its place. Then on the handlebar, we have this handlebar bracket I patented and designed that lets you mount a Garmin bracket directly on the handlebar mount without the need of putting any strange clamps around. We have the Garmin 276 CX GPS. This is more as a backup. 2 GPS devices, you're sure you won't go wrong. To command the tablet now, magically it appeared on the handlebar, the CI command. This is a Bluetooth command that lets you command any Android device. Potentially, if you have a smartphone and you want to ride with your smartphone, you can do this also with this handlebar switch. Really, really useful because you can move around the map, you can zoom in, zoom out, and when you're looking at the road book, you can scroll through the road book on the digital one. Then this can be easily removed so that you can charge it. It has no wires, nothing. Very, very useful. This bike isn't completed 100% because we still have the OEM seat cover. We will go with a Selle della Valle quick dry leather seat cover, but we already installed the 15-liter front fuel tank and also changed the exhaust, went with the Krapovic exhaust. The full sticker kit I designed together with the guys at SKDA. We did it always in matte finish. I don't know, here in the workshop, I've launched this new trend of doing the graphics in matte finish. We put the number 70 because it's the year of birth of Michele. I'm not sure about it. We did a really simple design, tried to keep it very clean and slick. I think it turned out like a bike that is unique, so different from any other bike you see. I like the combination with the front white, with the front headlight mask, moving onto the rear black. This is a bit also similar to my Tenere. Another modification we made is to the suspensions. You can see the bike is sitting on the bike stand and no wheels are touching. This is because the bike is now smaller, it's lower. This is because Michele wanted to have a secure foot on the floor. For this reason, we modified this, but we realize now that the OEM suspension is way too soft, and having now less travel on the suspension, we will intervene and modify the springs. We will change and put stiffer springs, a denser oil. We'll probably go with the Motorex oil and make the whole bike stiffer. We might also add a steering damper. Another small detail is the handguards. The bike comes already with the OEM handguards, but you can get a KTM or a Husqvarna, this plastic bar that turns your OEM open handguards in closed handguards. I personally don't like closed handguards, but Michele wanted them, so I put them on. Another upgrade we did is on the wheels. We put rally wheels with rally tires. We have the Michelin Desert tire with inside the Michelin Desert Bib Mousse. This is a setup that will let you do kilometers and kilometers, especially if you take part in adventure riding events where you need to also ride the bike on tarmac. These wheels have on the rear a cush drive because Michele is planning to go also to Africa. This will preserve the gearbox. We then have bigger spokes, more resistant. We went with this color scheme, red hub, black spokes, red nipples and black rim. I think they look really, really good. The discs and all the rest has been kept the same. The bash plate has been changed with an Acerbis one. This protects a bit more the engine. Another upgrade we will definitely do soon is on the foot pegs. We will go with the Rebel Adventure Rally foot pegs. We have these for the KTM Exc, Husqvarna FE gas, but only until 2021. Because having the chance to have all the bikes of all the brands every year, you notice very slight differences. From an aesthetic point of view, you would think the KTM Exc 2022 is identical to the 2021 and 2020. Actually, it isn't, because here the foot pegs that fit on the 2021 model do not fit on the 2022 correctly because the welding of the foot peg bracket is slightly different. For this reason, be sure that if you order any foot pegs for your 2022 model, you be sure that it's designed for this model because it's slightly different. Now I'm sitting on the bike and I really like this setup because with the 276 CX Garmin GPS, it has quite a large screen, and the carb heater placed on the nav tower. I believe this is the ideal setup for any adventure riding and on going on the Trans-European Trail. Another thing I should mention about this KTM Exc kit, which is the same for the Husqvarna FE, is that this is a completely plug and play kit. You don't need to drill anything, you don't need to weld anything. The plug and play frame clamp on this bike is my personal patent. It's been copied and copied all over again. Even recently, I'm seeing more and more companies copying my system and just writing so much bullshit to make you believe of features, technology, innovation. They're wankers. We've done it back in 2016, and this patented product has seen loads of Dakar rallies with many riders and also the World Championship Rally. Very reliable, but we're coming out with a new design, so stay tuned for more. Thanks guys for watching. Leave in the comments below any question you have on this build. Follow me on Instagram to see also the next steps where we will put like the foot pegs and modify the suspensions. And I'll see you in the next one. Now, time to go riding. Ciao.